Penang Island, the Pearl of the Orient, is one of Malaysia's top tourist destinations. It is also a favorite destination for illegal immigrants entering from neighboring countries. The Malaysian Maritime Enforcement Agency has received a tip-off of such an incursion. Their undercover detective is about to receive important information from an informant. They meet at a secluded location.
Dua buah bot ni akan tolak. Satu pukul 9, satu lagi dia lebih kurang dalam pukul 10 ni tu lah, 10 malam ni. Satu lagi dia bawa macam dengan pakaian, kayak baju dengan orang yang dia abang tadi yang tak pasti tu, dia kata bukan.
Yang sebiji?
Yang sebiji lagi cuma bawa barang frozen.
Oh.
This information is quickly passed on to the agency's control center. District Officer Lieutenant Komandan Kamal immediately prepares a team to intercept the suspected ship.
Saya baru saja menerima laporan daripada Risik menyatakan 2 buah kapal iaitu Bata Trade daripada Batam, Indonesia. Kita mengesyaki kapal tersebut ada membawa beberapa pendatang asing tanpa izin.
Penang is located in one of the world's busiest waterways, the Strait of Malaka. The proximity between neighboring countries makes it a hotbed for smuggling activities. It is the responsibility of the Maritime Enforcement Agency to prevent this. The team sets out from their jetty to an area about 2 nautical miles south of Penang Island. Lieutenant Kamal is the officer in charge of the operation.
Kapal terjaga tiba di perairan Pulau Penang pada jam 8.09 pagi. So kami akan bergerak ke kawasan Pulau Rimau dan berada sekitar Pulau Batu Radius untuk pengesan ataupun mencari bot yang disyaki tersebut.
The team keeps in constant contact with their control center, which monitors ship movements entering the intercept area. Based on the information gathered, they are looking for 2 ships sailing side by side. The team is told to keep a low profile. They believe the ships are nearby.
Okay, sekarang kita dah tiba di kawasan yang untuk kita akan menunggu ataupun melihat sekitar perairan ni. Sekiranya kita jampak ataupun kita syaki kapal tersebut adalah kapal yang kita cari, kita akan terus merapat.
But the waiting could take hours. There are many boats passing through this busy shipping lane, and any one of them could be their target. The team must remain vigilant. Meanwhile in Kuala Lumpur, it's a new shift for Sergeant Mohan, a senior member of the Royal Malaysia Police Forensics Unit. He is only in the office for a few minutes when he receives his first call of the day.
Halo Cik, selamat pagi. Ni siapa jaga ni? Memang betul kena tembak lah.
There's been a shooting in central Kuala Lumpur. The investigating officer is requesting the assistance of the forensics team.
Seems like the victim was shot when it was near the LRT station. So we're going to the crime scene now.
Despite Malaysia's stringent gun laws, a number of high-profile crimes involving firearms have recently made headlines. As a result, the police are making this case a priority.
Usually we look for bullet casing, if there is any, and blood stains.
Sergeant Mohan quickly questions the complainant about the incident.
Hey, me. Okay, pernah lo nama dulu langsung tang.
முன்னுக்கு டிரைவர் சைடில் டிரைவரு ஸோ கரெக்டாக எப்படி சுட்டாங்க கார்டில் உட்காந்து இப்படி நீட்டுறால நாங்கள் நிற்கிறோம் கரெக்டாக ரொம்ப நீட்டாளா வெளியே ரொம்ப நீட்டில்லை நான் அப்படி கரெக்டாக அந்த கிட்ட வைக்கிறேன் அந்த பாடி கிட்ட அந்த கண்ணாடி கிட்ட
இந்த ஏரியாவா
இந்த ஏரியா.
Normally, a discharged firearm leaves an important piece of evidence at the crime scene: bullet casings. But so far, Sergeant Mohan and his team are unable to find anything.
It seems the complainant just stepped forward to park the car over there to relieve himself. Then two gentlemen came and asked what they are doing here. It seems he just frightened that they're going to rob him. He take out a stick to defend himself. That's the time he was bashed up. After that, he saw another car passing by and stopped and fired a shot at him.
The complainant then casually drops a crucial piece of information. The shooting occurred 8 hours earlier, but he did not lodge a police report immediately. This means the alleged crime scene, a busy suburban street, was not secured prior to police arrival. With no physical evidence whatsoever at the crime scene, the team questions the complainant further.
Ada kena kereta you kah? Itu sepihak tu semua. Ada kah? Tak ada.
Dekat sana.
Tunjukkan tempat dia.
Selok. Saya kat sini.
Kita tengok jarak lah. Kalau betul dia kena tembak daripada jarak situ lah. Berapa kelajuan yang
Dudukan suspek dengan mangsa.
kedudukan suspek dengan mangsa lah.
12.10.
The victim fails to provide any substantial information. But there is one more place the police can search for clues. The complainant's car. The Kuala Lumpur forensics team is investigating a shooting in the suburban neighborhood of Bangsa. After failing to find evidence at the crime scene, they head to the police station to inspect the victim's car. On the way to the station, Sergeant Mohan continues to go over the facts of the case.
அவனை காடி ஏதாவது தொட்டானுங்களா? சீட்டில் ரத்தமே காணா?
Again, the team finds nothing. No trace that a shooting took place.
Couldn't find any evidence, shooting evidence linked to the car.
With no forensic evidence, Sergeant Mohan hands the case back to the investigating officer, who will order a medical report on the complainant's wound.
Usually the IO will get the medical report from the hospital, then he further his investigation, whether he will determine whether the injury is from the gunshot or some other things.
The forensics unit heads back to their headquarters. Though unable to assist much in the investigation, they will still file a report on the case.
We haven't come to any conclusion because we don't know, we couldn't find any clues or evidence on that.
It will be another few weeks before the investigating officer can submit his final report. In the meantime, the forensics team will start working on their next case. Back in Penang, Malaysian Maritime Enforcement Agency officers have been waiting patiently for two ships suspected of smuggling. The ships will be passing through their current location. Suddenly, the captain spots a lone vessel that fits the description provided by their informant.
So kita akan cuba merapat tengok lebih jelas lagi. Kalau berdasarkan pemerhatian sekarang ni, kita caki bot tersebut adalah bot bateri lidas yang kita carilah. Ikut saya sebagai ni lah. Sampai sana, pokok berarti kita akan buat satu berita lagi lah. So kamu tahu apa barang yang perlu bawa.
The officers move to intercept the ship. Following standard operating procedures, the maritime boat circles the ship while giving it the signal to stop. Their quarry obeys and cuts its engine. But boarding a suspicious boat in the middle of the ocean is dangerous. The ship's crew could be armed. The maritime officers need to be extremely cautious.
Okey, saya kena naik dulu. Kalau ikut.
Apa-apa, keselamatan.
Keselamatan penting. panggil semua sekali, awak-awak sekali.
Kita saja tinggal kat atas, yang lain semua. Tak, tempur ke depan semua.
Meanwhile, Lieutenant Kamil heads to the bridge to check the ship's documents.
Selesai saya buat pemeriksaan dokumen ni, kita akan periksa fizikal barang-barang yang dibawa ni. Sekiranya terdapat barang selain daripada barang yang disediakan, kita akan siasat dan jika benda ni salah, kita akan tahan bot ni.
The officers gather all the workers at the ship's bow for a head count.
Kita masuk tekong 13. 13. Waduh.
12. Dapat tekong. 12. Bawah 12.
Illegal immigrants often use fake passports to enter Malaysia. The officers scrutinize the documents carefully.
Kita pun masih ada proses pengecaman lagi. Adakah sama dengan pasport dengan orang yang sebenar lah. Kiranya ada, macam kita tengok lain sikit, kita akan buat polis kesihatan lah.
Syanan.
Next, the team cross-checks the ship's cargo with the manifest.
Kita tengok ada apa-apa yang masih ni.
Okey, hasil pemeriksaan anggota saya lakukan di bawah ni, tak ada barang-barang yang fail kan. Semua barang yang kita tengok ni ada dalam manifest.
There is one place the team needs to search carefully: the engine room. The engine room is a maze of pipes, machinery and hidden compartments, a common hiding place for illegal immigrants and contraband.
Okey, bahagian enjin dan juga tangki minyak dan tangki air kita telah selesai. So kita akan pergi ke master bilik diorang untuk buat pemeriksaan selanjutnya.
The team finds nothing illegal on the boat, so they allow it to continue on its journey. Kamil is disappointed. It seems the tip-off he received earlier has been compromised.
Berdasarkan maklumat ada 2 buah, tapi hanya sebuah yang kita jemput. Dia banyak-banyak faktor yang boleh kita libatkan kegagalan kita mencari. Antaranya mungkin modus operandi bot tersebut telah ditukar pada sasaran akhir, ataupun maklumat tersebut bocor dan dapat diketahui oleh pihak bot tersebut.
The Maritime Enforcement Agency officers know that a large network of informants works against them, warning criminal syndicates of upcoming maritime enforcement operations. As the team prepares to return to base, the officers are alerted of another suspicious vessel.
Dia dapat satu bot layan Indonesia. Tengah ni dia injur pesawat.
After a journey of 20 minutes, they spot another enforcement vessel towing a fishing boat. The Maritime Enforcement Agency officers decide to bring the boat back to base for further inspections. Suspicious of the boat's intentions, Kamil asks the captain for more information.
Saya nak tanya sikit dengan bot yang tuan bawa masuk ni.
Okey, ini sebenarnya sebuah bot butter trade daripada Kuala Idi, Aceh. Diorang dah floating, saya difahamkan 3 hari. Sekarang ni diorang mengalami masalah, diorang punya starter enjin dia rosak.
As Kamil questions the crew, maritime enforcement officers try to fix the ship's engine. Maritime Enforcement Agency officers check through the fishing boat's documents and find nothing suspicious. They are free to go.
Apabila kita buat siasatan lanjut, bot tersebut hanya mengalami kerosakan